Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I am decluttering my massive concealer collection. I already have a little bit of anxiety about it as I am looking now at my gorgeous concealer collection. I don't know how many tubes are here. I'm gonna start organizing, sorting. I am only keeping 5 drugstore and 5 luxury. I am looking to manage my collection a little bit better. I have begun to feel like I'm on an episode of Hoarders again with the amount of PR that's coming in and the amount that I have just kind of shoved into drawers. I specifically tend to hoard foundation, primer, powder, and concealer. My bronzer drawer is pretty good. No, I have a lot of highlighter also. I basically, this is my job, but I do tend to hold on to way more than I need to, and I am always trying to identify what is it that I'm actually using the most, what am I most excited about, what am I gonna recommend the most, and with concealer, I'm just ready to release and let go, so we're gonna dive on in and start sorting. Also, are we enjoying this top? I feel like I'm the cover of a romance novel, or like I'm in a different era. This is from Zara. It's like one of those that you see in the store and you try on and you're like, this is so cute, and then you go home and you're like, but is it? Leave it in the comments below. Are we liking a flowy, piratey, kind of a other time type of a blouse? I don't know. It is what it is, but I'm kind of laughing at myself for some reason. Okay, let's just dive in and I'm gonna start sorting. I don't even know what to do. Okay, so you know what? Okay, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Okay. How many do you think I have here? Like, if you were to guess, how many concealers do you think I own? Will this be a challenge? Can she do it? I am having doubts right off the jump. I want to keep a lot of this, even though I'm not using a lot of it every day because I tend to use the same freaking concealer every day of my life. Also, leave below what is your like ride or die favorite concealer. Let me know because I will still try new stuff. I will absolutely still be buying more concealer, out with the old, in with the new kind of a thing. It's like we're cleaning the beauty studio together. So you guys are just keeping me company and it's great. And it's a good time to just reflect and see that I love makeup just a little bit too much and the love affair has never died down. And isn't that strange? I literally have the easiest time getting rid of anything else. Like everybody in my family is like, you are so cutthroat. You are not even sentimental. Like, what is your problem? I literally am the worst person to send a card to. I know, like, should I even say this? Sometimes I don't know what to do with a greeting card.
Here's to many more wonderful years ahead. Your friend, Keith. Thanks,
oh, that was
Keith.
sweet.
That's nice.
Of course, man.
How long am I supposed to keep this?
You like look at it and you're like, I'll keep this out for like a week. And then what do you put it in a box and save it forever? No, I kind of just get rid of it. Is that cruel? Does that make me an ice queen? I like clean spaces. And I'm quick to let go of things, except for makeup. I don't know what my deal is when it comes to makeup. It's like, no, like I might need it. I might need that for whatever reason, I don't know. Okay, I'm thinking that this is gonna be a breeze, actually. This is fine, it's fine. I'm fine. I'm great even. I'm just thinking about all the other drawers that I wanna do as well, you know? It's that time of year, I'm not going back to school, but in the fall or like approaching fall, September-ish time, I always get that like I just need to like refresh everything and clean and purge. It's not the time where I'm like bringing a ton more in. It's a time where I'm just really focused on letting go. So that's what we're doing. Okay. You know, I have so many in here that actually I'm like, I forgot about that one. That was really good, which is kind of also terrible about having too much on hand because you can't see what you actually like. And I think the same applies for your wardrobe. Have you ever like cleaned out your closet and then all of a sudden you get rid of like 25% or whatever and it feels like you somehow have more clothes because you can actually see like what is going on. You can identify the situation better. That is what a good cleanup does. I want to count. How haywire did I go? Because I did purge when I moved which is now over a year. I have been in Texas for over a year and it just went like that. Don't even know how that happened. Do not ask. All right, I'm gonna count how many individual tubes and jars I have here and then type. 1, 2, 3, 19, 20, 21, 22, 37, 38, 39, 55, 56, 62, 63, 64. I have 65 and then color correctors. What am I even trying to conceal? I don't use concealer just here, sometimes here. This is a lot. Okay, so for types, because I do like to keep a color variety on hand, that's also a habit that I need to quit really quickly because if I am sent in PR all these different shades, I'm like, well, maybe I'll use it, I don't know. But then I also purchase multiple shades too, so it's like a whole thing. Okay, so for concealers, I have 29 different varieties. I'm gonna cut this down to 10, keeping 5 drugstore and then 5 luxury. Let's get into it. I'm sad. Ugh, it's terrible. If you drink enough of this, you won't need concealer though. My goodness, what it does for your skin. Aloe. I will never stop raving about it. Okay, let's start with drugstore. I'm going to get rid of this in real life filter finish. I liked it, I don't reach for it. It's one of those things where you're like, yeah, you're nice, you're good, you do a good job. Am I so impressed that I'm like, ooh, that one? No, I'm not. So I actually have quite a few that are unopened that I will be donating. I'm gonna put these off to the side. This is a color corrector, so we're gonna put it in the color corrector pile. I'm gonna keep a couple color correctors as well. Okay, this one from JOAH, the Wand Me Up Concealer. It is the same thing, it's nice. Is it anything to write home about? No, not really. I love JOAH's powders much more than I do their concealers. They have that beautiful base stick that I still use and love. I did a full video trying out a bunch of JOAH products. The concealers I wanted to love, I kept them on hand. I haven't been reaching for them, so these two are going bye-bye. I have the eye serum concealer as well. This is more of a skin treatment with ceramides and peptides if you're looking for that kind of a thing. It has a similar applicator to the Age Rewind from Maybelline, which I love. This is staying, yes, but these two are going. I have to keep this. Like I have to. This is the Catrice True Skin High Coverage Concealer. This is such a great concealer. I have even used this as foundation. If you go a little heavy-handed and kind of almost brush it down on the cheeks, it ends up looking like a Your Skin But Better situation, but coveragey. I don't know if that makes any sense. It does to me. Sometimes I do that trick. If I'm in a real big hurry, I'll put a little bit of concealer with like moisturizer, put it on the face, get a little extra coverage under the eye, and this formula works really well for that. It also is just a powerhouse formula on its own. Definitely good if you struggle with creasing. It's long wear. It reminds me an awful lot of Shape Tape, so this one is staying. Can't Stop, Won't Stop from NYX. I'm keeping this as well. You guys know I tested this out. No, I tested the foundation out on TikTok, but I only did that because I love this concealer so much. It is a little bit drying. I did find that if I wear this one over and over and over and I'm not really careful to prime my under eye area does get a little bit dry. So be warned of that, but it does not crease. This sets beautifully. It's a thin formula. It has almost like a sticky texture, but it kind of presses into the skin and gives this just nice smoothing, brightening effect. I really love this concealer a ton. Catrice Ultimate Camouflage Cream. I just prefer the True Skin so much more. These are a little bit harder for me to work with. Some people swear by these. They're great, I would feel, for any hyperpigmentation or concealing on the actual face, but I have a bunch of them that are unopened. I'm gonna donate. I'm hoping I'm not flashing you all. Oh my gosh, did I really just do that? Do we see what's on my hand? And I'm like, bam. Let's be a little careful with my brand new shirt. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, there are 3 varieties left that I really like. Who gets the cut? Who is staying and who is going? We have e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This is the matte finish. We have the Maybelline Fit Me, which is a dream. I think this one has to stay. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I think I'm leaning toward getting rid of the e.l.f. I'm keeping my Dermacol because technically, is this technically a foundation? Makeup cover. This stuff is the most intense full coverage dream. I don't use it all the time. It's for a very specific mood and a very specific need. You can order this on Amazon. It is in that like $10 price range, so I'm gonna go ahead and consider it drugstore. I'm not getting rid of these. They are so, so good. All right, now e.l.f. Sorry, this is a good one, but I have way better that are super similar that are higher end, and I already selected my 5, so that's where we're at. Okay, this is gonna be the tough part. This is the tough part. Lancome. I like this one. A lot of people super, super swear by it. I almost feel like I kind of gave into the hype a little more than necessary. I wanted to like it as much as everybody else. It's like, this is my best concealer. I love it so much. There's nothing that will replace it. And I'm like, yeah, it's so good, right? And I kind of do that sometimes. I don't realize that I'm doing that until I find something better, but I am guilty of it. This is a good one, no doubt, but is it the very best? No, it's also like such a struggle to get out of the tube. You kind of have to be careful that you don't, and get like a splatter of concealer on yourself. The formula is very thin and covers beautifully, blends in gorgeously. It is nice, but we do have better. Technology and makeup is always advancing, and I will go ahead and just blow it for you all. I'm sure you know what my favorite at the moment is, and it's this one right here from NATASHA freaking DENONA that is such a dream come true. I feel like I found a match made in heaven when it comes to concealer when I started using this formula, because the same way that I look for product to hit a high note, whether I'm talking about mascara or foundation or primer, where I'm like, I want it to do all the things. Could someone do that? Like, could someone please make a full coverage but thin, hydrating but not too greasy, not too bulky, gummy, but like enough there. And it's not gonna move, but it's gonna really cover, but it's also gonna look like skin. Like literally I had like this dream list of like what I need from a concealer. Like this would be it. It is that good. No one's paying me to say that. I just die hard love this concealer. Oh my gosh. Also, she has a new palette out that I am so excited to try. I keep seeing it on Instagram, and hopefully I'll have my hands on it by the time this video posts. All right, this might shock. This might shock. I spent good hard money on this to do a dupes video. I'd heard a lot of people say that the Can't Stop Won't Stop was very similar to this very expensive Armani concealer. I don't use this. It's the weirdest thing. I actually would prefer to use the NYX version. It has that same kind of long wear dry down. I can't really explain it. It kind of almost like tightens and like seals in a way. Like you can almost feel the concealer is there. It's a weird sensation in my opinion, where you can feel the wrinkles kind of like it's really crease proof, but I just never use this. So maybe I'll pass it to one of my sisters, but it's out. Milk Makeup. I bought this, wanted to love it. It is the all over cream concealer. No, it just didn't cover enough and kind of lifts. If I am blending in a concealer and it lifts up too much as I'm trying to lay down the blend, I'm uninterested and I'm moving on pretty quickly. But I did spend good money on that. And so sometimes I'm like, is it the primer? Is it something else I was doing weird with my skin? And so I keep things on hand, wanting to try them again. And sometimes I give things too many chances, and this one just needed to go. Also, everybody super loves the Kosas concealer, and I was into it for a minute, but I started noticing a lot of gumming and creasing, and I think I'm just ready to let these ones go. I love Kosas. I love so many of their products. Same thing with Hailey's. This is the Rewind Blurring Full Coverage Concealer. I'm gonna part with these. It's just time. Okay, so what am I gonna keep? Givenchy. Gosh, I love how Emily said Givenchy. It was so funny in that very cute video. If you have not watched it, go check it out.
Givenchy.
Okay, this Prisme Libre. I never know how to say anything from Givenchy. I sound very uneducated, or at least I feel like I sound that way. I think I need to keep it. I love this on kind of no makeup days. Like, what a bougie product to use when you want to not look like you're wearing concealer. Like, literally, how much money are you spending to look like you're not wearing makeup? It's kind of a funny thing, but I really do love this formula. It's so hydrating and not greasy, oily. It's just feels like beautiful skincare with a decent amount of coverage, and it just makes the skin look so alive and has a nice reflection to it and gives that, is she wearing makeup, is she not, but is still giving you good coverage. And if you don't want that kind of reflection brightening, you definitely can just take that down with a little bit of powder. But I really have enjoyed this one, so we're keeping the Givenchy. I'm getting rid of this Hourglass Retouch. I need to get a new one. I did really love this, the retouching fluid, but this is crazy old and I don't even know why it's in here. Lawless Conceal the Deal. You guys know I die hard love this formula. I'm keeping these. This is another one that I get into like a phase with where I'm like, this is the only concealer I'm using. It just works. It's working with my skin. It's doing everything I need it to. And I love it still. So we're keeping this one. I'm at 3 and I've got a lot left over here. Ah! Okay, Say Concealer. This is a beautiful brand. Boy, do I love their creamy bronzer. I'm such a fan of that. I'm a fan of a ton of their products. So just please know that all of these brands I have great love for. The products that I'm getting rid of, I'm just like, they just don't meet up to what I want in a concealer. So this just didn't do enough. It actually looked a little patchy and made me feel like my lines under my eyes were more exaggerated, if that's possible. So we're parting with this. Same thing with the Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer from LYS. They have a new setting spray that I'm really into. They just launched a couple of new really great things. Their concealer I want to love, but I just can't get it to be as even as other concealers that I have. It has kind of that thing where if you over blend, you almost feel like the darkness under your eyes starts to show through again, which is a really weird thing, but that can happen. This is gonna be surprising. This is surprising me right now. I'm over Shape Tape. Oh my gosh. I never thought I would say that. I just think the NATASHA DENONA is so much better and way more flattering if you have texture or lines under your eyes. And I'm in that stage of my life where I am concerned with those things. So this is just finally too heavy for me. And it's kind of like a deep sadness. Like I almost want to take a moment and be like, we had so many beautiful memories together on my channel. Like we're breaking up. Like, no, it's not your fault. It's just I grew and we're different now. So goodbye. Okay. All right. What am I keeping? Yikes. Oh, Pure. We're getting rid of this. Pure 4-in-1 Sculpting Concealer. Not bad, not good. I just never use it. Danessa Myricks. Anything that she does, I just love. This is the Vision Cream Cover 2-in-1 Foundation plus Concealer. So technically this is, I'm going to consider it a foundation and we're just going to leave it there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. What do I keep and what do I lose? All right, RCMA Makeup, their concealer. I love their foundation so much. I love their palette so much. I never use these. They are great if you're a makeup artist. Anything RCMA is fabulous, but I'm gonna part with these. And then we're down to the wire here. I can't believe I'm getting rid of this one. I might revisit this in the future. This used to be the everyday concealer that I would go for. And you can see I've used a lot of it. It's a little old, so I don't feel too bad getting rid of it. This is a really good one. This is the Hourglass Vanish. But again, I just love that NATASHA DENONA newer formula so much better. Oh my gosh, one is missing. Ugh. Okay, I just tried the new one from Makeup Forever. They have an HD concealer that just dropped. And like I said at the start of this video, technology in makeup is always improving. They're doing new things, adding new ingredients, just formulating in new ways where products over time are gonna, of course, perform better than they did a couple years past. So we're always moving forward, right? That formula is up there with NATASHA DENONA, and I'm excited about it. So I'm definitely keeping that, which would make for 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be my 5th. Ooh. Oh my gosh, what do I even do? Okay, we're getting rid of the Dior Backstage. I love the brush on here. And I feel like it's so fancy and I spent good money on it and I want to love it more than I do sometimes. So that's kind of why I keep it on hand. I'm like, oh look, it's so fancy, it's Dior, but I just honestly don't reach for it a ton. I am gonna keep this one on hand just because I haven't used it enough. And this is another no makeup day, just really good concealer that makes me feel like, wow, undetectable, but coveraging and doing things. And this is from Make Cosmetics. This is the Skin Mimetic Concealer. And it's supposed to mimic your skin, and it really does do that. And I love the packaging, beautiful through and through. I've been impressed with a lot of the products from this brand that I've tried. So I'm keeping this on hand, and then I'll try the HD one a few more times and see kind of which direction I'm being pulled in, because I don't want an overwhelming drawer of concealers anymore. What's the point? I put it just under my eyes, and that is about it. So now you know my top 5 in both directions of drugstore and luxury. And I hope that this was helpful when you are out there shopping, looking for a great concealer. Any of these that I have kept here, I would highly recommend checking out. And I hope I gave you enough of variety as far as full coverage to just real skincare, no makeup day type of a deal, and like the heavy duty, like really crazy Dermacol option. There's just like a different need for a different day and a different type of makeup if you are a makeup lover like I am. And that's that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you want to see more declutters, because I'm going to be pulling through every freaking single drawer. Like literally there's a highlighter drawer behind me that I feel like if I open it, like it's just all gonna come flying out like a freaking Jack in the Box. This room needs some help. So let me know if you enjoy this video by thumbsing it up, share it, leave a comment. Go have a good one, whatever you are doing. I love you guys so much, and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah.